All right, we did the even root parent function. Let's do the odd root parent function. Okay. This is all going to look very similar. We could write it this way, nth root of x, or x to the 1 over n power, but this time we have to specify that the n is odd, and that does make quite a bit of difference in the way that this function works out. So, for our arrow, we'll describe this one. We'll go empty set of parentheses to the 1 over n. We did it the other way on the last one, so we'll just throw it in there this way on this one. And this time we can legitimately start at negative infinity. So we're going to throw negative infinity in there. We will throw, just for the sake of the shape, we're going to throw negative 2 to the nth in there, and we'll throw negative 1 in, and 0, 1, 2 to the n, and infinity. We'll get all of those points in there. Okay. Negative infinity on this one is heading toward negative infinity. The negative 2 to the n is going to output a negative 2. Negative 1 is going to output a negative 1. 0 gives us a 0. 1 gives us a 1. 2 to the nth gives us a 2. And infinity is heading to infinity. Very nicely behaved function for us here. Points we're going to mark. We'll put in the 1 and the negative 1. We need some point out here that we'll say is 2 to the n. And symmetrically on this side, a negative 2 to the n. We'll put 1 up here, negative 1 down here, and the 2 and a negative 2, just so we can capture the shape of what is going on here. So at negative 2 to the n, it's going to output a negative 2. That's a point down here. Negative 1 is right there. 0, 0, 1, 1. And 2 to the nth comma 2. It goes off to negative infinity, so the shape that we get on this, it comes in like this, goes almost vertical for an instant there, comes out of that, and then extends off that direction. Okay, fairly close, a little bit sloppy maybe. I'm going to take some of the end off of this to fill in my in-behavior descriptions. So I can definitely say that as x approaches negative infinity, we can see from the very top part here, my f of x also approaches negative infinity. And as x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches positive infinity. And the only thing left to stick in here then is my domain and range. The domain, I can put any number into an odd root, so this is all real numbers, and I am capable of getting all real numbers out. And that is the description of our odd root parent function.